Hello, my name is Markus Baumgart and I'm responsible for sales and marketing at Schmincke. When we have visitors from around the world and tour with them our production site, they are particularly amazed at how we produce our pastels. To achieve this extra softness, it requires a very high amount of pure pigment, but it's also due to the handmade process of producing them. Please join me for a quick tour. Schmincke pastels contain only pure pigment in the highest concentration and just a minimum of binding agent, which just ensures that they form a stable compound. They do not contain any chalk. This is what makes them unique, and that's also the reason why we call them pastel sticks and not pastel crayons. These are pure pastels without any additives. With this very high pigment content, you are more or less at the origin of color. The special recipe requires a special handling of the pastels. I would like to introduce you my colleague Pia Schröder, who is responsible for this process. The first step is the molding of the pastel sticks. Here you can see how Pia takes the pastels out from the warm extruders and puts them onto the pallet. Finally, they need to be cut with a wire-strung frame. After they have been cut, Pia puts them on the wooden pallet. Now the pastels have to dry for about 2 weeks at room temperature. Also, they have the same length and diameter. They all are slightly different when you look close at them. That is a result of the handmade process. One thing, however, they have in common. This is when you just touch them, you have the pure pigment at your hand. This is the result of the high concentration of pigments. The 400 pastels are classified into rows, and each of the pastels has its own label. Here you can find the color name, the number, and the grade of graduation. The letters B, D, H, M, and O indicate the 5 different grades of graduation. D is always the sign for the pure color. B stands for the black graduation. And the 3 white graduations can be identified by the letters H, M, and O. This softness requires the next manufacturing process, the labeling by hand. Our colleagues must be very careful when labeling the sticks, otherwise they could possibly break. Due to the softness and the individual handmade shapes, an automatic labeling of these pastels is not possible at all. Finally, these pastels are put into foam material inlays so that they can be delivered safely into the art material shops around the world, even to Australia. I really hope I was able to give you a little insight in how we produce our finest soft pastels. It is my experience that artists around the world like them for their color strength, their softness, and also for the wide selection with more than 400 pastels that are available. By the way, they are produced for more than 100 years, made in Germany, and also in the future. Now I would like to wish you a lot of joy using them.